Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to Energize Live, where we make magic in the mornings. We have an awesome cup happening this morning. We've got Energize Live on one side, and of course, we've got Mickey on the other side. Good morning. How are you this morning on this Friday? How you doing? How you feeling? What's happening? What's going on? We're going to talk about this cup too. We're going to talk about this company in a minute. How is everyone this morning? Okay, here's the deal. And you're going to have to repeat this for people as they come on. I just want to make sure I say it now so I don't forget. Usually on Fridays, we do subscriber Energize Lives. We're going to do that. I'm crossing my fingers because one of the questions that I get a lot is skincare. What's your skincare? What's your skin tip? So that's going to be a subscriber Energize Live. But I can't really do that right now because my husband's laying in bed. So I can't be like, hey, what's up? While he's right there. So I thought, okay, when I take my shower in a little bit and then maybe we would do, or maybe right before I take my shower when I'm in my bathroom. So anyway, I think we're going to try and do it a little bit later. I can't do it while my husband's laying in bed right there. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So subscribers, stay tuned. I'm hoping to do a quick live for you later. Yes, I'm hoping to do a quick live for you later on a topic that is, that is requested all the time, which is what is your skincare routine? I'm hoping to do that, but I've got to have the bathroom free. And we're on a little bit of a schedule this morning, y'all, because we got to get to the Magic Kingdom today. So I got to get up, get my workout in. You and I got to have a conversation. Got to get up, get my workout in, finish up packing, get the dogs to the Borders, you know, the Borders, the place where they're staying for the weekend. We got to go to Disney Springs because I have to stop by Lululemon. Then we got to get over to the Bay Lake Tower where we're staying, and drop our stuff off, and get to the Magic Kingdom. All before 3 p.m. because my request is that we get to see the Festival of Fantasy Parade today to kick off the birthday weekend. So we do not have time to be playing around here this morning. So stay tuned. I'm really hopeful to get the subscriber Energize Live in later today. It's really important to me that we do that on Fridays for you, and there's value in that. And if you want something other than that, the thing with the husband happens all the time. My husband is totally in my way. Okay, let's talk about, I put these on my stories last night. I tagged the wrong company. And thankfully, that's the beauty of social media. Thankfully, someone told me there's like 2 swig accounts. I was tagging one. I needed to be tagging the other one. Anyway, someone in our Energize Live, in our social media community, actually worked for this company, Swig. And I'm kind of obsessed with them. Because I'm really obsessed with their cups. I have some down here, but I can't show them to you yet because they're holiday. Once we get on the other side of the birthday weekend, then I think we can do holiday. That's kind of how I'm feeling in my mind, on the other side of the birthday weekend. However, this company, Swig, first of all, if you're not following them, I'm going to put their actual real handle in the comments. Swig Life. Okay, so you're going to go follow them. I'm obsessed with them because they're a small company, female founded and run. Now, you all know how I feel about Corksicle because Corksicle does Disney, right? So I'm always going to be buying my Corksicle because they've got the Disney collab. However, the opportunity to support a female-run business, and plus these tumblers, I'm obsessed with them. Like, I was drinking my bevy in it yesterday. It's perfect. Like, do you ever drink Fresca? Is that just me? Like, here in our house, we drink Fresca every once in a while. We need a little something carbonated. Like, this is so perfect for a Fresca. It's perfect for a Shirley Temple. It's just perfect for water. I drank it last night, or drank out of it last night when I was talking on a call. I was speaking on a call last night. Anyway, I'm obsessed with these, and I tagged them, although I tagged them incorrectly. And thank you to this amazing community. You know, the reason why I absolutely love social media is that within our amazing community is someone who worked at Swig Life And she was the one who told me it's a small company, female founded, female run, which of course, makes my heart sing, and kind of a bootstrappy type of company, really built from the ground up, which also I'm obsessed with. And she said, I sent your story on to them because my hope is I'm going to tag them. And I want you to go follow them. My hope is if we do that, that maybe we can get some sort of little discount code so that we can all be making our Energize in a really awesome swig. I'll show you one of the holiday ones, okay? I'm going to show you because I can't stand it. I have to show this to you. But I also ordered some more. Okay, so I did order some Corkcicle holiday ones, and they're super cute too. But I ordered, I'll just show you this one. The other one's super, super, super cute. But I'll show you this one. Oh my God, I love it so much. I think I just really love the size of these because they're very multi-purpose. Let me get the stickers off of them. But I want you to go follow Swig. Have you done that yet? Go do that. Go follow Swig and then come back while I'm getting the sticker off. Okay, are you ready? It's so cute. Are you ready? Isn't that the cutest? Look how cute that is. I'm obsessed with it. Now, if they had a Disney collab, it'd be game over. Game over. So honestly, I'm just hoping that maybe they see we have this amazing community here and that we are making things in tumblers every day. I'm making my first thing. I could make my Energize in this because it's big enough. I made it in this today because it says Energize Live. And looky there, you get the color changing Disney. Oh, it's a little full. Hold on, let me take a drink. Okay. You get the color changing Disney, but you could make it in that. And I think it would be absolutely big enough. You can make your first thing in it, make your bevy in it. You can drink your ice water out of it. Whatever. I just think that it's, even if, you know what? If you were like on the go and you weren't like making your shake, you could make your shake in here. Like when I'm traveling, I just make my shake with water. You could put your shake and water in here and froth it up and do your Shakeology in this as well. I think it's big enough because you can see, well, let's just use mini. Like it's just slightly bigger than the Corkcicle. Listen, this is not a diss on Corkcicle. Because I love me some Corkcicle so much. It's just slightly big enough, and that little tiny size difference, I think, makes a big difference in the multi-uses for it. Sweet Lollipop. Sweet Lollipop, I need you to change your Instagram handle because I literally cannot have a conversation with someone whose Instagram handle is Sweet Lollipop. I just can't. Like, what am I supposed to call you? Sweet? Lollipop? Lolly? Poppy? Like, I don't understand. I don't know what I'm supposed to call you. I don't know what your name is. So I need you to change your Instagram handle, and then I'll answer your question. Although it should be evident if we are friends on here and you're watching my stories at all, the answer to your question should be evident. Okay, so we're agreed, right? We have a deal that we're all going to go follow Swig. We're going to go follow Swig, and I like that your name is Lolly, but then your Instagram handle should be Lolly. I mean, that's a super cute nickname, but I would never call you Sweet. I would never, like if I saw you in Publix or Whole Foods, I would not go, hey, Sweet. I would want to know what your first name is. So, but I think that's a super cute nickname, and I can see why you did that. It's just hard to communicate with someone on social media when you don't know their name, right? That's the beautiful thing about knowing someone's name on social media. We've had this conversation a million times, I know, so we're not going to have it right now. So go follow Swig Life, and let's see if maybe we can get some kind of little Cody code where maybe we could get like 10% off or something like that. And is Julia Stack on this morning? Because Julia, if you are, did you go get the Swig with the Christmas dogs on it yet? Because our friend Amber sent me the link to that, and I'm like, well, I mean, clearly I have to have that. And then when I was on there buying the one with the Christmas dogs, there were others on there that were also cute. So you are going to be obsessed when you go on Swig Life and you look at their tumblers. You're going to be obsessed, and you're going to buy all of them, and then you're going to come back and you're going to be mad at me because you did. So that's why we need to get a discount code. So I'm hoping that if we go follow them and maybe even tag them and send them a message and whatever, then maybe we can get a little discount code and we can all have even more amazing tumblers. Because no, there's no such thing as too many tumblers. Okay. To answer your question, Lolly, I do drink first thing. I do drink first thing every day. It's the first thing that goes on my stories every morning because it's the first thing I do every day after taking a shower. I take a shower, I come in here, I do my first thing. So Lolly, to answer your question, yes, I'm obsessed with it. I think everyone needs to be drinking it. Literally, everyone needs to be drinking it because everyone needs more clarity. Everyone needs less brain fog, and everyone needs to work on their brain health. I have every intention of living to be 120 or 150. I need my brain in the best shape that it possibly can. This is going to help me. So yes, I'm absolutely still drinking it. And I feel like we at Team Beachbody / Team Body, that name's going to be shifting over the next year. So you're going to hear me say both. I feel like we may even be coming out with some really amazing products like different greens and some other stuff, which makes me super excited. Very much holistic health, right? So the people that say, I'm getting off on a tangent because I really do have something that I want to share with you. The people that say, well, I just don't do supplements, I eat real food. Well, you're crazy if you think you're getting all that you need or can get in your body by eating real food. Good luck with that, because number one, you're not getting what's in first thing because you're not going out and gathering those organic plants and herbs and medicinals and bringing them together. So I don't even want to hear about that. Number two, you're not eating the 70 ingredients that are in my superfood shake every day. Number three, you're not taking quercetin that's an energizer. Like, you're just not getting it in your real food. My real food. And also your real food is crap because our food now just doesn't have the nutritional value that it had like when our grandparents were eating. It just doesn't. I don't know how your grandparents, my grandma, one of my grandmas lived on a farm and she had horses and chickens and everything. And when I would spend the night at her house, she'd literally go out to her hen house and they would have laid an egg that morning, and she would get those 2 eggs that her hens that she knew what they were feeding, her little hens that just kind of wandered around, free range, wandering around on her yard. I'm sure they had names. I don't remember what they were. They were just wandering around. She would just go out to the hen house and grab the 2 eggs that they had laid that morning. And that's what I had for breakfast. Okay, that's not happening now. I know there are really amazing farmers, small farmers. Please support them. But our food just isn't like that now. It just isn't. So if you think, oh, I can just eat real food and get all that I need, I'm just going to say you're wrong. You need to supplement simply because of what we've done to the farming practices and to our food. Do I take, it's not a drink, Brianna. Last thing's not a drink. This is last thing. Yes, Connie, absolutely. Support local farmers. Use your farmers markets and support your local farmers. This is last thing. This is first thing. Powder. And then last thing, because you're probably not going to drink something before you go to bed, right? It's like, it's smartly made to align with what you probably normally do. I take last thing occasionally, but not every night. My husband takes it almost every night, which is interesting because I'm the one who struggles with sleep and he doesn't. But I don't take, the recommended dose is 3. I don't take that. I usually take 1, sometimes 2. 1, sometimes 2. Hi, Ivy from Australia. This is why I love social media. Okay, so I do have something that I want to share with you this morning, and I just did my daily dose on it, and then I like to bring it to you because we talk a little bit more on it. We get to dive a little bit more deeply into the concept. So I know we just have a few minutes left, so we're gonna also, is anyone gonna just comment on my sweatshirt? Is anyone just gonna comment on my sweatshirt? Can you even wrap your head around in 2023, when they bring back the Happily Ever After song for the Magic Kingdom fireworks, can you even comprehend how much I'm going to lose my mind? Number one, it's the song that I wake up to every single morning. Number two, it's literally my hype song. It is my go-to song for everything. Number three, if I ever met Jordan Fisher, I don't know what I would say to him, because I would be a babbling mess of, you have no idea how much your song means to me, friend. Sir, you have no idea. I could be your mother, and I'm just telling you that you have no idea how much your song means to me. And so I have a small wardrobe of Happily Ever After situations. And Kira, you're going to have to get back down here when Happily Ever After debuts again next year. Like, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay. Last night I had the opportunity to speak to a lovely little group of female entrepreneurs. They were doing a leadership retreat. I was asked to speak to them, and we did some Q&A, and we were speaking, and And there was something that I shared with them that I kind of heard, because I'm constantly filling my head and my mind with personal development. So I'd heard it, and then it kind of came out when I was speaking, and I shared it with them, and it really seemed to connect with them. So I shared it on our Daily Dose of Real Talk, DDRT, so you can go see it there. And I wanted to bring it to you this morning. And that is this idea that we actually live with two choices. We either choose to live and navigate through life with the fear of failure, knowing that we're going to try and fail. We're either going to navigate through life with this fear of failure and just sort of learn how to walk through life knowing that we're going to fail and how we're going to deal with it. Or the other choice is we live with the fear of regret. And when you think about that, think about which drives you. Are you so scared and afraid of failure that you stay comfortable and complacent and small? I know which one I'm driven by. And you probably know which one I'm driven by too. I am so driven by the fear of regret that I don't even, I know there are metrics out there, and I know that there are tangible ways, I suppose, to say if you've missed a goal or an achievement or whatever. I have felt that. I feel that. I understand that. There are goals that I have missed. There will be goals that I miss in the future. I understand that tangible stuff, like where you feel like you've failed. I understand that. And it stings in the moment. But if given the choice, I am so much more driven by the fear of regret, of not trying. I am so driven, literally almost consumed by the fear of not living into my potential and possibility. It literally keeps me up at night sometimes, that I might play small or live small, or I might not tap into something I could do or be or become or offer or whatever. I am so driven by the fear of regret that the fear of failure just doesn't really have a hold on me. And I'm so curious. When I shared that last night, it seemed to really connect with a lot of people. They were like, whoa, what? Let me write that down. And I'm curious if that connects with you too, because those are our choices. You're either going to live with this fear of failure, or be driven by this fear of regret. And I know which one I choose. I know which one drives me. I'll take the failure all day long, because I know I get to define what failure actually is, over getting to the end of my life and woulda, coulda, shoulda, over getting to the end of a day and knowing that I could have done more, getting to the end of an hour, knowing that in a workout I could have done more, or in a coaching session I could have done more, or whatever. I will handle failure and navigate failure and live with this over here, to not get to the end of my life and wish I could have done more and live with woulda, coulda, shoulda. So I'm just so curious if that connects with you, like it seemed to connect with them, or if you're like, no, that's way too much for a Friday, JV, like you're off on a tangent. I'm very curious how you feel about that. Because it feels like this morning, we have an amazing amount of humans gathering in conversation today, but that feels like there's a lot of humans just sort of watching, but not actually engaging. So if you're new to Energize Live, rule number 1 is you have to engage. There's nothing worse than showing up and feeling like you're talking to the wall. I mean, I'm going to show up and I'm going to talk, but it would be nice if I was talking to someone, right? It's going to be a whole lot more fun. Okay, so now we've gone off on a different tangent. I don't even know what's happening now. Okay, so maybe I didn't connect with you as much as it did the group that I was talking with last night. That's totally cool. It really connects with me because I'm very, very driven by the fear of regret. And I think that there are a lot of people in the world who are driven by the fear of failure. And what's so interesting about that is only we get to decide really what failure is. And once you actually understand that not being successful at something right out of the gate on the first time is part of life. That's to be expected, you know. Let's say we'll take parenting, since Lolly put that in the comments. We'll take parenting for a minute. We'll take parenting. You know, I don't know about you, but when I brought my children home, first of all, I can't even believe they let me leave the hospital with my children. But I'm like, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. But when I put a diaper on my child for the very first time, I'm sure I failed. I'm sure it was very bad. And you just sort of figure it out, right? You just sort of figure it out. Nobody really knows what they're doing. But listen, are you living in such complacency and comfortableness because you're so afraid to fail that you're not even trying? Like, that feels to me like a life in black and white. I would rather be over here living a life in color and screwing up and messing up and figuring it out along the way than getting to them into my life knowing I could have done more. That's just me. I don't know where you are on that spectrum, but I'm going to offer to you today on this Friday that if you are living so comfortably and so complacently because you're afraid that you might fail, please remind yourself that only you define what failure is. You define what failure is. Whenever I had that conversation with people, I'm in a pretty high level mastermind as well. I'm actually going on a retreat next week in this really high level mastermind with entrepreneurs from all over the country. And you have to be a certain level to get in and et cetera, et cetera. And we were having a conversation a couple weeks ago. And this gentleman on there said, well, I'm afraid I'm going to fail. Da, da, da. And I said, but who's defining what failure is? Don't you define what failure is? And he literally was like, oh, you're right. Like, this is something that we carry, and we have to get in and dissect it. Like, who is defining what failure is for you? Because really, it should be you. And if you're letting someone else define what failure is, you have an opportunity to recalibrate that. And I do believe that regret requires a certain amount of self-awareness, and I think self-awareness is the key to success. 100%. I think self-awareness is the key to success. The fact that I am so aware that I don't want to get to the end of my life and woulda, coulda, shoulda, or wish I could have done more. I don't want to get to the end of my life and know I could have done more and just chose not to because I was afraid. Like, that literally physically makes me nauseous. That I could get to the end of my life, this one precious life that we have, this one tiny little moment in time, that I could get to the end of it, which, let's make no mistake, could be tomorrow. Could be tomorrow. Do you know when the last day is? Nobody knows when the last day is. Nobody does. I don't want to get to the end of my life and go, oh, I know I had more in me and I didn't give it. I know I had more in me, but I didn't get it. That drives me more than anything else. So I offer that to you today as something to think about over the weekend. What's going to drive you? Your fear of failure or your fear of regret? And making a very intentional choice to get over here on this this side and be much more concerned with not living into your potential, I think is going to create a much more vibrant, fulfilling, joyful life than sitting over here in complacency, being afraid to fail. I think if you can get over here and choose, you know what, I don't want to get to the end of my life and wish I could have done more. I think if you let that drive you, that will be a game changer for you. Why didn't you know that you could define failure? Who's been defining it for you this entire time? Your entire existence on this planet Earth, who's been defining it for you? It's your life. It's your life. You define it. I think there's some sort of, concept out there that people think we've stepped into like a puppet show and somebody else is calling the shots. It's actually your life. Get in the driver's seat of it. Like you're not a puppet. This isn't some sort of, job that you show up at and someone else is in charge. You're in charge. Get in your driver's seat and start driving your effing car. Like, what are you doing? If we're so worried about what other people think that, letting them define what failure is for you, you're going to get to the end of your life and woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's not to say that there aren't people in your life whose opinions matter to you. And I mean that in the best possible way. There are people in my life, like, not that they, how do I put this? It's not that they dictate who you are, but there are people whose opinions of you respect so much. It's probably because they believe in you so much and they see your potential. You know what I mean? I don't mean you don't get to just go rogue through life. Like, I don't care what anyone thinks. No, we all have people in our lives whose opinions matter to us, right? Because we respect them, we care for them, and those people probably believe in you and they see potential in you and you kind of want to live up to that. So those opinions are the ones that matter. And when you think about those opinions truly, like when you think about them in that context, like the opinions of the people that you truly respect, I bet you that number is pretty small. I really care what my daughters think of me. I really care what my husband thinks of me. And there are a handful of people in the world that I truly care and honor what they kind of think of me, because I have so much respect for them and I know that they see potential in me. And I care about that. I want to live up to that and live into that. But if you really dig into how many people's opinions really should have any kind of hold over you, I think the number is very small. And when you realize that number is very, right, it's probably only a handful, Chris, really. It's probably only a handful of people whose opinions you truly, truly care about. Truly. Because they could be living a life that you want to live. They could be living in a way that you want to live because you have so much respect for them, because they see potential in you. All of those things put together. So when you think about that and you whittle that number down to that very small number, then I think it makes the choice to live in either fear of failure or fear of regret that much easier, because there aren't that many people whose opinions about which you care. So they don't get to define failure for you. So you might as well choose that you don't want to live with regret. I don't want to live with regret, which means I'm probably going to fail by whatever definition that is. Okay, cool. Because that also means that I'm trying. It also means I'm getting out of my comfort zone and trying something new. Lots to think about today. All I know is on this birthday weekend, I guess I'm kind of reflective because of that, that our time on this planet is very short. It's so short. It's so minute. It's so ridiculously short. And we get so consumed with other people's opinions and the busyness of life. And we get to the end of our days. We get to the end of the day. And they're like, and you're like, oh, I didn't get to that thing. Oh, I didn't do that thing or whatever. And we just don't have time to play small and live small and dream small. We just don't have time for it. And I want you to do everything you possibly can to shift yourself over into being driven by the fear of regret, and to stop caring about this idea of failure that is so nebulous and non-definitive. You can't even define it. That I want you to get over here in this camp, that you're driven by the fear of regret. Within the hour, within the day, within the week, within your life. Because I think when you're driven by the fear of regret, you're going to step into your potential that much more. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for me. That's what I want for all of us. Because I think the world needs us doing that more than ever right now. So step into your potential, into your possibility. Be driven by that fear of regret. And let's go create an awesome life on purpose, with purpose. To my inner circle, stay tuned. I'm hoping to connect with you later today. It will depend on what's happening in my bathroom and if you and I can be in there just on our own. So have a great weekend. I'm going to be offline-ish. I mean, I'm going to be on my stories and stuff, but I'm not going to be on my email and stuff. We're going to the Magic Kingdom today. We have Super Saturday tomorrow. My husband's running half marathon on Sunday, so we got lots of stuff going on. But I'll try to take you along with me in my stories and show you all the fun things that we're doing. Yes, Carrie, you tell them. Say that louder for the people in the back, baby. Get that compass planner. It will keep you on purpose with purpose. And you just wait till you see the new ones that are coming out because they are amazing. Okay, have an awesome weekend.